Hello everybody, my name is Brendon and I'm one of the guides here at andBeyond's Phinda Private Game Reserve. This is Becoming a Ranger and today we're going to be talking about birds and birding. One of the really cool things about birding is that it can be done literally anywhere, whether it's in a nature reserve like Phinda or in your own back garden. Birding is often considered to be something that's only done by old, boring people, but it certainly isn't. And I like to think of it more as a treasure hunt that you could do anywhere in the world. And it's a really good way of getting back and sort of getting connected with nature and the natural world around you. And to be able to do something like that, even in your own garden, is quite special. And today I'm going to show you just how you can do that. What do we need to go out birding? Well, firstly you'll need a pair of binoculars. Just helps to get a closer look at some of those smaller birds a little bit further away. You'll need a field guide to help you identify the bird. These will be area specific, so make sure you got one from where you live. And then lastly you'll need a notebook and a pen just to take notes on the birds you're looking at or keep a list of the birds you've seen. And then as an option you could also get a camera to take some photographs of the birds, because that can help identifying them a little bit later. Now that we've got everything we need, we can head out and start birding. So when looking for birds, it's important to remember that different birds eat different things, and that's going to affect where you're going to find them. I know now down here in South Africa it's getting towards the winter months and all the aloes are starting to flower, and that's going to attract the smaller little sunbirds that are after the nectar. You might also find in the spring where the trees are starting to fruit, that's going to attract all the fruit eating birds. Another good spot to look is at any water source, whether it be a water hole or if you've got a little bird bath at home. You'll often find birds bathing themselves. Can everybody hear that? So that's another important thing to remember when out birding, is that they make calls, and each bird will have its own individual call. So once you can start identifying them by the call, it makes it a lot easier. And then that's when you really start to realize that there's a lot of birds out there, and a lot more than what we normally think. Alright, that was fantastic. We got out there, we spotted a few birds, and then we took a few notes on what we were looking out for, and now we're going to see if we can try identify it. But first I'm going to let you know what those things are that you should be taking note of when trying to ID the bird. Firstly, the size of the bird, the shape of the bird, is it a raptor, is it a small little sunbird, is it a bulbul, come in a wide variety of sizes. The color of the bird, some birds are extremely colorful, where some birds are more camouflaged, designed to blend into the environments. Then you can look into the more smaller details like the shape of the bill. If it's a fruit eater, it might have quite a nice big chunky bill. If it's a woodpecker, it'll have a sharp straight bill to hammer into the wood. Little sunbirds have got small little bills designed for reaching into flowers to drink the nectar. And all of these put together help us identify what birds we're looking at. A number of different bird books will have different ways of finding birds. I know some bird books even use color, birds by color, which makes it quite easy. One thing I like to do to make a big book like this a little bit less daunting is to break it up into families. And I know some bird books will have all the different, or at least one bird from each family on one page. And that way you can look through and try find the birds. So for example, we saw two birds sitting on the top of the tree earlier. They both had bright red heads, very, very big, strong bills, and they were sort of around medium sized. So for me to run through all these pictures quickly, there's one right here at the bottom that matches, and it says there page 322. And there it is, black-collared barbet. Alright everyone, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing those lists you start making, whether it's in your garden or out at the park. Also, if you do manage to get any photos, we'd love to see them, and I would love for you to share them with us. You can share them on Instagram or Facebook. Don't forget to tag andBeyond Travel. That's all for me, Brendon, and the rest of the andBeyond team. We'll see you next time on the next episode of andBeyond WILDchild TV.